Hey all, and welcome to Neverwinter with Argon. So in this video I'd like to show you guys the best way to obtain those enchanting stones. With this method you'll be able to farm out a ton of these. Now enchanting stones are a crucial reagent required to upgrade a variety of multitude of things. From artifacts themselves to artifact equipment and even enchantments themselves along with the rune stones. Now there's a wide variety of enchanting stones from rank 3s all the way to rank 6s. What I will show you is a very easy way to obtain the rank 3s, rank 4s and rank 5, which I currently don't have many of, and thus I actually need to do this farm. Now in order to do this farm you need as many of these Thayan layer keys as possible. You can see I only have 25 at the moment. In a video I just made recently, this is part 2 now, it was part 1, I showed you guys how to obtain as many of these Thayan layers as possible. And the reason was because we had that ×2 dread ring currency, so we could obtain double the amount of these Vanguard Scripts. Now currently those Vanguard Scripts is what you use to purchase more of these Thayan layer keys. For example, here I can go ahead and purchase another 14. I can also go ahead and trade in a whole bunch of those genie gifts to obtain more of those Vanguard Scripts. However, I'm going to save my remaining genie gifts for when there's the ×2 dread ring currency, because you'll gain 30 Vanguard Scripts per genie gift. Anyway, the reason why you want to farm out this dread ring now is because we currently have, if we look under our mini-map, we currently have ×2 refining stone event. And this ×2 refining stone event will last us 7 days. It started just yesterday evening. And with this event, you'll basically gain double the enchanting stones while you obtain them. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and teleport over to our dread ring right here. Now the most important thing you want to do before you actually go farming any dread ring layers is you want to make sure you're there on the right day. If we go ahead and we look under our mini map, we can see here we have currently illusion asking for another 5 hours and 40 minutes. Now illusion basically tells us that yes, in the Phantasmal Fortress we can have a chance to obtain these enchanting stones, 3, 4s and 5s. Now, to see the overall schedule of when these days happen, you need to go to the campaign. You go to schedule right here and you can see all the days. Now, on Friday, you'll only be able to obtain more Vanguard Scripts, but you won't be able to obtain enough that it's worth spending the keys on. So, as soon as it hits 6 o'clock, this is 6 o'clock UTC, you can see my time is UTC, in 5 hours and 39 minutes, that's when you want to stop farming the Phantasmal Fortress, because you'll no longer obtain these enchanting stones. You want to go ahead and then wait a day, because it will be considered Friday. I know it's Friday already, it can be a bit confusing, but the day happens at the 6 o'clock in that evening of the day, that being UTC time. So then we'll have to wait again till the weekend. That'll be Saturday evening again. Then we can farm any layer we want and we'll be able to obtain those enchanting stones, 3s, 4s and 5s. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hop over to Mr. Sergeant Knox himself. He'll give you the Zulkir of Illusions, basically giving you a free entry into the Phantasmal Fortress and another quest there with extra currency. One thing I forgot to mention in my other video of where best to grind out getting those Vanguard Scripts, you can also get them from this bounty hunter by basically trading in those onyx fragments. You can see I have a whole bunch of those. Those onyx fragments you obtain just by killing Thayan mobs. And there we have a bunch more Vanguard Scripts. Along with that you can also go to the Q tab and you can farm this Dread Legion skirmish, and you'll also be able to obtain those Vanguard Scripts from there. So now if you have the campaign fully complete, this Dread Ring one with this gauntlets, you can just go ahead and freely craft that epic gauntlet there, that adamantium one. So now let's just go and travel all the way to the Phantasmal Fortress itself. That'll be just up here. It should be highlighted on your map as long as you have the Zulkir of Illusion quest from Mr. Sergeant Knox. So here we are over at the Fanhasbro Fortress. We simply just enter in, and now it's all about speed. I like to equip my movement speed class features, and then we can just get through this a whole lot quicker. I also like to consume some light wine there, getting more of that movement speed. Of course, in this part you can actually mount up. So we just continually keep going along, killing these mobs. Ideally, you should be able to one-shot most of the mobs, unless you're at a lower grade, and then you're probably better off going with a actual party, and thus you can get through this nice and quickly. Oh, no wonder my movement speed is currently abysmal, because I don't have the Gladiator's Guile on. Most of these mobs you can pretty much just walk past. For example, those mobs right there, I should be able to just sneak past them, and there we go. And those mobs also back there, you can just sneak past. And you just continue along, and then you finally get to the top here. Enter into the room, you get the cutscene of the Lich's phylactery and some Thayan wizards. And we just have to beat them all up. Make sure you one-shot that dude so he doesn't heal up, and kill off the phylactery. And then we have our rewards. We go ahead and open this chest, accept the rewards, and you can there go ahead and see we obtained those Enchanting Stones. We got a set of rank 3s there and of 5s, and that's pretty good. We still have our gauntlet, so let's go ahead and open that, and we just get some silly emeralds. So you just go ahead and exit, and now we've used that quest up that we got from Sergeant Knox, and now we're going to have a Thayan lair key to enter back in again. And that's basically it. You just continue going along as quickly as possible, killing off the Thayan dudes, and just keep on traveling. Now, for which lair to farm, let's say on the weekend when you have a choice, I still recommend doing the Phantasmal Fortress, as there's nothing you really have to interact with. And for me, overall, it's literally just the smoothest one there is, because all you really do is travel along and kill mobs nice and quickly. So here we get to the end of our second run. Now I'm gonna actually test out the Wings combat power. Divine Intervention. Ta-da! That's what it's like. For any of you who didn't know, I didn't showcase it in my last video. But anyway, there we get our second chest, opening it with a Thayan lair key, and we're lucky enough to get more of those purple Enchanting Stones. Open the casket, and we get just one of those silly Marks of Potencies rank 2. And this time we don't have any more gauntlets, you can only get one per day. And that's pretty much it, just rinse and repeat. You continually do the lair during the correct time zone, and you can obtain many and many of those Enchanting Stones. And this is what people do. If you're lazy and you can't be bothered, or you just don't have the time to farm out these Dreadring lairs, and you need those Enchanting Stones, then yeah, go ahead and purchase the Enchanting Stones during this time, as they will become the cheapest. And yeah, for those of you who want to make some Astral Diamonds, this is another good way. However, I advise to save up those Enchanting Stones for a later date to sell them again, but watch out for the next ×2 Refining Stone event, and try and get those sold before then. Because yeah, the prices will just continually fluctuate like that. Hopefully I presented this well and this was helpful. If I did, consider leaving the video a like. And if you're new around here, consider subscribing. And we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.